Okay, today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. We're at Foil Glass in Plymouth, 909 Sheldon. We're currently on the west side of the building. This would basically be the back of the building. We've got a set of men's and women's room plus a janitor closet. There's been ongoing issues with. The men's room is located a little bit farther into the building. The women's room is to the west of us. We're going to do a diagnostic televise. You can see here we're at a floor clean out by the urinals here in the men's room. This is a PVC clean out. We are going to do a diagnostic televise from this area. We're going to give the urinals a flush here. Okay, kind of get our lens clear. You can see a Y here. This points over to the direction of the floor drain. We have a second Y. This could be pointing over towards the 4 sinks. Or they possibly pick up the 2 toilets as well. As you can see, we're in PVC pipe. There currently is no backups or issues at this time. Here you can see we're at a Y. We will locate that as we pull back. Currently here we have a second Y. Okay, this is where we seem to have dropped down into a main line. We are currently heading towards the direction of the women's room. You can see here we change over to cast iron.
How much is this machine?
About $10,000. Okay, as you can see here, we're starting to pick up a little bit of a water level. But you see it was just a small area. The water was just a little bit above the camera. But the cast iron at this point doesn't seem to be heavily scaled. It doesn't have a heavy buildup to it. We seem to be heading to the west. We've dropped through several Ys, so it's possible that we've changed some direction. Again, you can see that we're starting to pick up a little bit of a water level in the piping. Again, it goes back down. You can see here we have another Y. We're going to continue to televise until we can't push the camera, but at this point we've yet to see any problems or issues with any of the piping. Okay, we're having difficulties pushing at this point. We went through several offsets. We are going to make an attempt to see if we can locate if we're still inside the building or outside. Okay, as you can see, we're pulling back. We're unable to locate due to the size of the facility. We don't have a 100% idea of the direction. There is no prints or anything that are available, so we are going to go ahead at this time. We're going to pull the camera back to possibly the connection to PVC. See if we can locate that by the bathroom group and identify the certain Ys in the line. It doesn't appear that there's problems or issues this far down the line. The line has seemed to have been clear all the way through. As you can see, we pulled up into the branch of a Y here. We are going to pause, see if we can possibly locate this area. Again, due to the size of the facility, we at this time cannot locate our location. We will continue to pull back. We are recording. Again, we're going to go back to where it changes from cast iron to PVC. We're going to pull back to that location and see if we can get a location of the camera head to give us a better idea where the drain is running. But as you can see through the cast iron, the piping is in good condition. It doesn't have a lot of scale, and it's not currently holding any water at this time. Okay, as you can see, we just went past the floor clean out. We're going to try and see if we can locate this. Okay, again, due to the size of the facility, machines and pallets all over the floor, we can't seem to locate this floor clean out. Again, we are going to continue to pull back and see if we can locate where it changes from cast iron to PVC, and also possibly identify some of the PVC Ys to make sure that both the men's and women's room are tied into these lines. Okay, we're going to attempt to locate here. Okay, this appears to be in the wall between the men's and women's room. Okay, the water you can see here, this is coming from the sinks in the women's room. We're going to go ahead and turn this water off. Okay, so the tie-in for the cast iron is located in the women's room. Okay, we're going to run water in the men's room sink and see if that's what this Y is on the left-hand side. Okay, you can see that water's coming from upstream. We're going to try the mop sink. Okay, we're going to leave the mop sink running. Okay. You can see we got water coming in here. That appears to be Y for the mop sink. We are going to go ahead at this time. We're going to flush some toilets in the women's room to see if we have flow coming from this direction. Okay, as you can see, we had water that appeared to be running from that branch, the run of the Y. So that appears to pick up the toilets. Here you can see we have another Y. We're going to try and run the sinks again in the men's room. Okay, here you can see we've had a large wad of paper that was actually in the branch line that picks up the sinks in the men's room. That was due to possible backup. We are going to go ahead and push forward at this time to try and see if we can see if this has lodged itself anywhere. Okay, so this will pick up the men's room sink, so we are going to continue to pull back. Okay, we're going to flush a few toilets in the men's room now and see if they come in this Y. anyways, you see that Y was for the handicap toilet. And then we believe this is the second. And this is the first toilet. We will go ahead and flush that first toilet.
Is everything's okay?
Yep, everything looks good. Okay, and the Y you see here, we're going to go ahead and flush a urinal. We believe this will pick up the 2 urinals. Maybe not. Okay, it's hard for us to see, but there's a Y right here. We're actually going in the branch of a Y, and that continues on and actually picks up the urinals. It appears that this drain is open and flowing at this time.